Who do you trust the most? Your spouse? Your best friend? A business partner? Now, let me ask you something much harder. Do you trust yourself? When you tell yourself you're going to wake up at 5 a.m., do you believe it? When you say you're going to start Monday, do you believe it? When you promise you'll stop making excuses, do you believe it? Most people don't realize this. The person they've disappointed the most is themselves. And that's why confidence disappears. Welcome back to the Marcus Allgood Show. I appreciate everybody listening and watching and sharing the show. And today we're talking about the reason you don't trust yourself anymore. And trusting yourself is very, very hard to do, even from when you're younger to when you're older. And until you can really figure it out and really start trusting yourself and not letting yourself down, then it's just really, life's really, really hard. But you really got to start trusting yourself and building that confidence up in yourself. Even if you make mistakes along the way, it's going to be okay. You can still build confidence while making mistakes as long as you trust yourself and you do what you say you're going to do. Let's talk about some of the lies we tell ourselves. People say, I need more motivation. I need more discipline. I need to believe in myself. No, those aren't the first problems. The first problems is this. You stop believing in your own word. You don't trust yourself. Imagine having a friend who broke every promise. Eventually, you wouldn't even trust them anymore. So why would you trust yourself after breaking hundreds of promises over and over and over again? How many times do you let your friend say, hey, I'll pick you up, and then just not pick you up? Or, hey, let's go meet up for drinks, and then they just never show up? Or they always cancel on you. How many times do they have to do that before you just quit inviting them places or even just quit talking to them? It doesn't take a whole lot of time before you actually stop talking. And to keep doing it over and over and over, like hundreds of times to yourself, and you keep trying to show up for yourself, but your confidence just beat down so much, is all because those 100 promises you broke. Imagine promising yourself 100 times and actually following through. Like, how much confidence you think you would actually build up by doing that? Every broken promise leaves a scar, just a little tiny scar, just like that, 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 that. But tiny little scars build up over time. Most people think that broken promises just disappear, and they really don't. Every time you say, I'll start tomorrow, I'll go to the gym, I'll save money, I'll stop drinking, I'll stop scrolling, and then you don't, your brain keeps score. Nobody else is noticing but yourself. Little by little, you begin believing, I'm someone who doesn't follow through. I just don't, I'm just not that person that follows through anymore. Every broken promise quietly becomes part of your identity. And that's what we're trying to break during these podcasts. Like, we're trying to break the identity that you're a failure, or are that you break your promises and that you just aren't confident. Like, we're trying to build confidence and build up promises to ourselves. We're trying to build ourselves back up during these podcasts, not beat ourselves down every time. Why we break promises to ourselves so easily. It's so magical. It's like easy, easy. It's crazy how it's done. But here's the thing, the super strange part. You'd never skip picking up your child from school because you didn't feel like it. You never casually miss an important meeting with your boss. You never casually miss an important meeting with your boss. You never ignore your mortgage payment because your motivation was low. I just don't feel like it. So why do we treat ourselves differently? Because there are usually no immediate consequences. No one calls, no one gets angry, nobody holds us accountable except our future self. Like, you are the person that holds yourself accountable. You have to be the one that says, I will do it on Monday, and then you start on Monday. I will feel like it. I will do this. I will do this. Not I just don't feel like it. Like, you feel, screw your feelings and just start doing it. The easiest promises to break are the ones nobody else hears. The real cost of breaking your word. Every broken promise costs. It costs your confidence, it costs your discipline, it costs your identity, it costs your momentum, your self-respect. People think they're losing motivation. They're actually just losing trust in themselves. And trust is much harder to rebuild than motivation. Confidence isn't something you find, it's something you earn from yourself. Little by little, day by day, You earn that confidence back over and over and over and over again. But it also goes the other way. If you just beat yourself up over the time, don't do the things you say you're going to do, your confidence goes little by little. It just doesn't drop off. Like tomorrow, I'll just lost all my confidence. No, it just drops off little by little as you keep going. The snowball effect, one broken promise rarely stays one promise. Miss one workout, now you skip two. Break the one budget, now your spending becomes much easier. Hit snooze one morning, now it becomes a habit. Small compromises become identities. That's why success and failure both compound. The life you're living today is largely the result of promises you've consistently kept or consistently broken. It goes both ways. And we've told my daughter to stop hitting the snooze button because it's rude for other people because the other daughter is upstairs also. And you can hear that alarm all the way downstairs. So every time she snoozes it, she's waking somebody else up and then doesn't care about that person. She only cares about herself, but she's breaking her promise to herself because she said she was going to get up early. But here we are hitting the snooze button. So we're trying to break her of that big time. How do you build trust with yourself? Make smaller promises. Doesn't have to be huge ones. Stop saying, I'm going to change my whole life. Instead, I'm going to walk for 15 minutes. Small wins create trust. So you got to stop over promising. People make emotional promises, then really rarely show up, and then reality shows up. Don't promise perfection, promise consistency. Don't promise that you're going to be there knowing that you're not going to go somewhere or show up for somebody, or even promise yourself that you're going to do something and not do it at all. And that's for yourself. Keep one promise every day. One, just one. That starts changing your identity. One little promise to yourself. I will do the dishes today, or I will go for a walk, or I will eat an apple today, or I will eat some chicken breast. Like there's so many small little wins that you can do throughout the day over and over and over, but just start with one. Treat your word like a contract. Ask yourself, if someone else heard me make this promise, would I still break it? That's why it's okay because it's only you. It's because you're the only one there. Nobody's holding you accountable for it. So you have to be your own accountability person and hold yourself accountable to it. Every day I wake up, I don't want to go work out, but I do. I hold myself accountable. I said I was going to go work out, so I got to go work out. Become someone who finishes, not someone who's excited, not someone who's motivated, someone who finishes. Your reputation with yourself is more important than your reputation with anyone else. All you got to do is just get it, like, finish what you say you're going to do. It's not even that hard. Like, I'm going to wake up at 5 o'clock. So wake up at 5 o'clock. Just wake up. It's not that hard. Go to bed early. I'm just going to go to bed early. You might lay there for a little bit, but eventually you will get tired. But to start the habit of going to bed, being in bed by 9 o'clock every day is where it all starts. Eventually you're going to get tired enough to where you will fall asleep and then you will wake up early enough. There was a time in my life that I've told myself I was going to quit drinking many, many times. Waking up just hungover, throwing up, couldn't eat, just pounding headache, just the room's kind of spinning still, and just waking up, just who knows what I did the night before. Just, just I probably drove home, probably threw up that night, just so many different things. Um, I'd wake up the next day and I'd tell myself, I'm never drinking again. I'm not doing that. And I would just feel like trash all day. Wouldn't hardly eat. Finally get something to eat around noon or 1. And then come about 3 and you're just at work dying. And then you're like, I'm never going out. I'm not drinking again. Promising this. And even like praying to God, like, I'll never drink again while I'm throwing up. And then what happens? 8 o'clock comes around. You start feeling better. And next thing you know, promises get broken. And you're back out on the streets drinking it up with your buddies again. Like, it just was a terrible, terrible time in my life where confidence was super low on thinking that I was on the right path of, you know, quitting drinking, doing the right thing in my life, and becoming a better person. And it just wasn't there. I just kept breaking promises to myself. I mean, we were partying 6, 7 days a week. And so the days we weren't partying, we were just at home drinking. And I would always tell myself, I'm just going to quit drinking. I know I need to stop. I'd look in the mirror and be like, I know I need to stop. And just breaking every promise to myself about not drinking, it just didn't work. It's crazy how that happens. Until you finally hit the rock bottom that you're supposed to hit, you won't stop drinking, and you'll still keep breaking promises to yourself until you find that rock bottom where you just had enough and you're done with it. Like, I'm over it. I was done smoking, I was done drinking. I'm ready to work out. I'm ready to get my life together. I'm ready to listen to these podcasts. Ready to find mentors in different podcasts and in books and just read as much as I can on personal development. And that's kind of like my journey after I stopped drinking and finding what I wanted to do in life and what I wanted to, how I wanted to get more clear on things and how I was going to be the person I wanted to be before I started doing all those things of drinking and drugs and everything. So tonight, before you go to bed, make one promise, not 10. One, make it small enough that failure isn't an option. Then tomorrow, keep it. That's all you gotta do. Just keep it. Because you're not just building a habit, you're rebuilding trust with one person you'll spend every day with for the rest of your life. Yourself. Your life changes the moment your word becomes unbreakable. So go out there, treat yourself better. Don't talk down to yourself. Go out there and make one little small promise. Keep it the next day and do it again the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. And that's the pod. I appreciate everybody watching and listening. Have a great day.